everyone, welcome to my video on stock market education. In today's video, I will be discussing why we recommended investment in Laurus Lab. As all of you know that Laurus Lab is a pharmaceutical company. They have their manufacturing, they manufacture active pharmaceutical ingredients, that is API, as well as they manufacture a little bit of their drugs. So for understanding Laurus Lab, we have to understand a little bit of the HIV drug market and HIV medicines. So there are basically four categories of HIV medicines. One is nucleoside, or it is also referred as nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitor. Nucleoside or nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitor, which is referred as NRTI. Another one is non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor, which is referred as NRTI. Another one is protease inhibitor, which is referred as PI, and final one is integrase strand transfer, that is INSTI. Basically, a combination of medicine for HIV is recommended to use for treatment of HIV patients. This is recommended by WHO, World Health Organization. Now, the combination medicine for HIV should have two drugs from NRTI, that is nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor, and one drug either from NNRTI or PI or INSTI. Now, NRTI, which I already referred, NRTI nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor. So the popular drugs from this category is tenofovir disoproxil fumarate, which is referred as TDF, and another one is lamivudine, which is referred as 3TC, and entreciptamine, which is referred as FTC. NNRTI has a drug called efavirenz, which was quite popular for a long period of time, especially for last 5-6 years, as this TLE regime has started. Like this was again was also recommended by WHO. And the drug which belongs to INSTI, this is called dolutegravir, referred as DTG. The earlier regime was TLE regime. That means tenofovir, lamivudine, and efavirenz. This was the combination drug. Tenofovir and lamivudine, as I already mentioned, that combination medicine for HIV. Like out of these three combinations, three drug combinations, first two should belong to NRTI group. So tenofovir and lamivudine are NRTI drugs, and the final one, efavirenz, which belong to NNRTI drug category. Now, WHO has recommended that recently, like end 2019, WHO has recommended that all countries using TLE as a first line regime should transit all eligible clients to a different combination which contains dolutegravir in place of efavirenz. So this dolutegravir is going to replace efavirenz, and in this process basically TLE will be replaced by TLD going forward. So now we need to understand why TLD is a better combination over TLE. Basically, TLD is more potent, suppressing viral load, which is quicker in its action. So a report says 81% of individual who started treatment with DTG based drugs presented a viral load below 50 copies per ml after 3 months of treatment. This percentage in case of efavirenz was 61%. So in this aspect, in terms of viral load, TLD is more potent than TLE. And another one very important thing is TLD is more durable. It has a higher drug resistance barrier compared to NNRTI based NNRTI and also integrase inhibitor. Therefore, the risk of uh, the need for early switch to the costlier and more complicated second line regime is lower in case of TLE. Basically, first line combination is when the drug is administered, uh, when the lower dosage drug is administered uh, at the beginning of treatment, because at the beginning a higher dose drug is never recommended. A lower dose drug is recommended, which is effective. This drug is administered to the patient. This is called first line regime. So in case the first line regime does not work, in that case doctors prescribe higher dosage medicine, which is considered as second line regime. So in terms of TLD, uh, like it has more durability in first line regime, so that the risk of switching to costlier and uh, like uh, costlier TLE regime will be less. Sorry, costlier second line regime will be less. Now TLD is also convenient to take because you need to take only a small tablet in a day. So in that aspect also, this is a better proposition over TLE. Now we what we need to understand that in this regime, basically the company Laurus Lab is basically getting an advantage, taking an advantage, because they have already started their manufacturing and also received approval for their TLE drugs, although they were pioneer in TLE up to a certain extent. Like they are supplying to WHO, they are capturing the tenders and working with global funds. So in that aspect, Lotus Lab was a very good player. They earlier used to supply only API to those uh, global fund suppliers, but recent past they have also started producing medicine by themselves, and in this way they are not only backward integrated, but as well as they are taking this advantage of having both of the both the medicine as well as the API. So in this regime change from TLE to TLD, Laurus Lab is going to take the advantage, as the company had a uh, like significant presence in their TLE market, and recently they have received approval, and going forward they will increase their share in terms of selling TLD based medicines as well. So Laurus is a Laurus is a company which is taking this advantage. So this is only one rationale for which we are recommending, but this is not the only rationale. There are so many things in Laurus Lab which are uh, which are likely to work as a trigger for the company. And in hydroxychloroquine, recently due to COVID-19 effect, hydroxychloroquine was in the uh, uh, focus, in the limelight. So being a hydroxychloroquine drug manufacturer also, this company could take advantage, because the company manufactures hydroxychloroquine based drugs for US only. They don't sell it in India. So although India government initially banned export, but afterwards the government lifted the export ban, and this was all through to supply to the US market, and there was enough demand of this particular drug hydroxychloroquine all over the globe along with US. So this was a Lotus Lab, obviously could be a good buy. In that sense, we have recommended, considering all of these parameters, we have recommended investment in Laurus Lab. So it is based on many rationales, as well as our financial model in like for Laurus Lab, where we make projections and all. And recently, Laurus has posted their numbers, and in Q4 FY20, the company uh, uh, posted some outstanding numbers. And as well as their full year FY20 numbers were also great. As it is already visible, I have updated my model, and it is already visible. The top line growth was 24%. EBITDA jumped almost 60%. There was improve in terms of improvement in their gross margin and ease in the cost of raw material as well. And their bottom line also jumped more than like it's 172%. So against 93 crore, 94 crore, this time they posted a 255 crore of profit during FY18. Sorry, during FY20. So for full year FY20. So so, like as we recommended Laurus Lab, so Laurus also posted very good set of numbers, giving us uh, like a bit of like relaxation that we are in the good track. And we recommended the investment in the stock at 410 rupees. Then this hydroxychloroquine thing was also not very clear. We recommended based on so many things, but hydroxychloroquine was also in focus, but the trigger was not hydroxychloroquine. That is the thing I would like to convey. So considering many factors, we keep on recommending. So to learn uh, your investment, how to invest, where to invest, and when to invest, to time your investment, you may approach us. And we uh, not only providing stock market education, we are doing research and providing our research to many of our clients in on pan India basis. So we can you can have a check with us, you can rely upon us, and can give us an opportunity to serve you. And if you'd like to learn, if we can you may contact us quite well. You may contact us at 81007 and 82007. This is our contact number, 81007 82007. In this number you can reach me. And you may visit our website, that is www.aladdin.in, ALADDEN. And I would request you to subscribe my channel and keep on watching our videos. Thank you so much.